Hi, Art Seekers. We're here in Venice, right in an alleyway off of Abbot Kinney with the phenomenal Jules Muck, who goes by Muck. That's your street moniker. Thank you so much for chatting.
Sure, thanks. Thanks for asking me.
How do you pick your subjects?
I like to make people feel good a lot of times, and I like to make people feel bad. And, I like to make people feel something. I do like to sometimes just please one person, and so I'll paint someone that nobody knows just for the fact that one day they'll be walking down that alleyway and they'll see it, or their son will see it, or their friend will see it, and it can totally change someone's day.
About that Lindsay Lohan piece, I know that was to welcome her to the neighborhood when she moved, and the whole controversy about it being covered by a swastika, and then it was removed, correct?
Yeah, it started as a joke. Everyone was talking about Lindsay being in the neighborhood. It was such a hot topic. So that's what I do. I paint what people are talking about a lot of times. So I painted her, and I wrote Welcome to Venice, and we were just having a laugh. Me and my friend was there, and then I guess I got an email from Brett at Yo Venice, and he said, "Oh, what's your comment on the swastika?" And I didn't even know. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm out of the loop." So it had happened that day, though, and I went and I fixed it right away, and I sent back my comment, which was, "It's fixed," and the picture of it finished. So it was only on there, a little swastika, but it went viral, I guess, the swastika photograph.
Have you had any other run-ins with other people tagging over your stuff?
Oh yeah, this wall, before it was this wall, was another wall, and just people that are jealous, and then sometimes it's on a personal level. I ragged a lot of murals. I did a lot of going over things. I mean, my first time painting at the Wall of Fame was to destroy everything. I rode around with the kids in BTC, and we were ragging murals. I didn't know how to make pretty things. I knew how to write my name. I knew how to cross your name off. And I would have beef with people that was all I did all night, was go around destroying other people's art. So I can't really say anything. I just have to go around fixing my stuff now, the same way I went around messing stuff up.
Why did you want to rag on other people's murals?
It was part of the graffiti culture. It was my crew had beef with these people, so we had to go take them out. And, I was painting with kids in the Bronx, and that's just what we were doing. It wasn't like street art wasn't what it is now. It wasn't any promise of a gallery. There wasn't any promise of a paycheck. It was you want to get your rocks off and go and paint graffiti, and you're risking your life, and then if someone goes over someone in your crew, then we all have to go over them and go over everybody in their crew. And honestly, it was pretty brutal. My friend got shot in the back and killed, a lot of people have died for graffiti. A lot of people have gone to jail for graffiti. And I'm lucky that I escaped those two fates. I got arrested a few times, but never did hard time, never got violently injured. I mean, I've been jumped, but not even anything major. What happened with graffiti is that there was no art in the school systems in New York. They cut art out of the school system, so people started writing on things. The kids started writing on things. It was their only form of expression. And for me, being that age that I was not respected, definitely not as an artist. I didn't even think I was an artist. But I wanted some kind of recognition, and so I wrote my name on stuff. I think a lot of people are looking for money now from street artists, because everybody's heard about Banksy making so much money and all these guys raking in cash, so people want to get it, and so the way to do that would be to have them arrested and press charges, so then they can extract whatever,
And it makes it a little bit sexier, the story of street artists, when you have all of these arrests attached to your name.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. It doesn't feel sexy at the time.
Right, not when you're in jail.
Really lame. And I've never had to fight a major case. I've been really successful. Whenever I fought a case, I was really adamant about not paying a lawyer. I would use court appointed, or I would defend myself. I even started taking criminal justice classes so that I could file depositions, and I got off. Everything knocked down to violations. And there was times when I was arrested with people that ended up copping and doing a little time, doing community service, and I was really always adamant that I'm not going to pay for what I'm doing because I'm giving back. And that's how I feel now. When I just got hit up recently with the threat, about getting arrested for what I did. I almost wanted to send them an invoice, you know, because the people are paying me shitloads of money for the same thing you're getting for
and they
free.
get it for free.
Then
right.
you're complaining. And I'm like in a practice of being like some kind of centered spiritual being amidst a crazy society that we live in, you know, and I don't want to have to hide on a mountain in the Himalayas, you know, to get peace of mind.
Sure.
So I try to function. That's why I make art. That's why I do what I do, and I try to like do it all in society within LA, which is a crazy place that I never wanted to live, you know. I was always like, oh, LA, you know, creepy, but it's wonderful and I love it. And I had a false representation of the place, and especially finding Venice, which is like I should have been born here. I feel so at home.
What is the takeaway that you want people to leave experiencing your work with?
As long as they just notice it, you know, as long as it's another thing that registers. I don't want it to be anything in particular. I think it's great that it's so different for everyone, and people come at me with like all these crazy things that they think stuff means, and maybe they're right, and maybe I don't really know what I'm doing, because I'm just like transmitting thoughts and energy. So it's whatever it is, as long as they're a little more aware than they were before, it's great.